GGMC Decorum Mines Reclamation site, and it is approximately 4.24 acres or 1.72 hectares of land that has been restored behind me. Land reclamation is about reclaiming, restoring and returning land to its natural state as far as possible, or to a state that is economically stable. And this is important in the context of increasing the biological productivity of ecosystems, and specifically to mine reclamation, the post-mining land use activities, and these can be recreational activities or even agriculture, for example.
The objective of our project is to really demonstrate good environmental compliance when it comes to environmental restoration. So what is important about what we're demonstrating here is, first of all, that it's possible to restore mine sites. The reclamation project was started in around 2014, and those efforts continue today. The Decorum site is one of 3 sites that we're currently working on.
Land reclamation in the Guyanese context is quite important because it is consistent with our mining laws, and if we were to look at it from the policy context, it is aligned with our Green State Development agenda, which seeks to promote the economy in a way that is considering the environment. In the international context, reclamation is also important, and we know Guyana would have signed on to 3 Rio Conventions that came out of the United Nations Convention on Environment and Development in Rio de Janeiro. These were the conventions on climate change, biodiversity and land desertification. And land reclamation activities that we practice right now, they directly and indirectly support our international obligations.
This site here specifically was a old bauxite site. The land has been flattened back using heavy-duty machinery, all a part of the land reclamation project. Then after that, what happened is that basically we had to get the seeds first of all for these plants next to me. They call acacia mangium. We had to gather the seeds. This was gathered by a colleague and of course staff of the GGMC in different parts where they have existing plantations, and then we brought them to a nursery at Kairuni. That nursery at Kairuni, we did all the necessary there with the seeds, and after doing the necessary with the seed, they're not planted just like the regular seedlings. You have to do a process called sclarification. After that process, the seedlings were germinated and kept under a shade. In that nursery there, they grew, we grew them up to about 6 months, let's say, until they were hardened and fully ready for this outdoor condition. Monitoring continuously was done during this process. We had our staff and we came up here regularly to ensure that they are kept, they're not damaged, they're not dying out and so on. Wherever we would have found that, we have kept a few plants and we replaced those. And so you will find differences in size. So all of that was taken, it was done scientifically, it was done in the correct manner in which we were trained to do this.
The next phase that we'll be moving on this project, on this reclamation site, will be pruning of the acacia trees. As we can see, these acacia trees are about 6 months after planting, and as we can see, they are very, very bushy with a lot of branches growing up from the bottom. And in order for us to get a straight or a good tree growing up with a single trunk, we will have to be pruning out some of these branches that we have here. We have here about 700 acacia trees. And also what we'll be also doing, we'll be using magda leaf as mulch to mulch around the root of the tree, which will also give it nutrients so that it will be able to grow faster and also improve the structure of the soil around the tree. One of the other benefits of pruning these trees and making them to grow in one straight tree is that this is just the first phase of the reclamation of this land. Other things can be included after. For instance, agriculture. You could plant or you could plant fruit crops in between. Also, or grasses also can be included after. That would also improve the structure of the soil and the surrounding, preventing it from eroding.
We have today here a beautiful reclaimed site. Many persons are not aware of this situation and what goes on in reclamation. But we are hoping that videos such like these and more to come in the future will help you to understand what happens in reclamation, what reclamation means, and what are the benefits or the long-term benefits of reclamation, not just on bauxite sites, but also on gold mining sites in the interior of Guyana.